Hey, sorry, I had to go get my daughter. So we're going to do this in 2 parts. So, anyways, what I was saying is when I thanked the other darker, and I call him it's kind of like your last demon. That's kind of what I refer him to, is when you challenge your last demon and you thank him for reminding you who you are, and he moves on, someone else takes his place. So this other person is your masculine or feminine aspect. You are both male and female. We're going to go into this another video. But they come over, they've always been with you, but it gives them permission to step in. And, again, we'll take that over. So he ended up coming, and I could feel him, and he was with me, and he protected me. So I was good for many, many years after he took over, protecting me. But we're going to go into some ideas of how are some little things that you can do to protect yourself until you get to this phase. But when he, so what happens is, after a few years, he had to, again, back off. Because as you go through these phases, you are, the beginning part, like, when I was within the church, I would have to have, like, my priesthood leader come and say a prayer to cast out the darkness or whatever, and I couldn't go to sleep unless they did. So, because I believed in something, that's what gives priesthood power, is the belief in it, okay? So I believed in the priesthood, and therefore the priesthood could cast it out, or people saying in the name of Jesus Christ, or whatever their religious beliefs are. And that's what I would use to get rid of it. Some people use sage and salt and all sorts of different things. Ultimately, then my higher self, or my twin flame, or when he stepped in, then he was able to protect me because I could feel him. And so he was there to guard me when I slept. But as I grew and developed, he again then had to back off, because ultimately I am the only one who can protect and save me. And so when the dreams started coming back, and this actually was pretty recent. This was pretty recent. There were some other cool things or interesting things that happened in the middle of there, but we're not going to go totally into that, like the succubus and things like that. But there was a dream I had recently, and in the dream I'm teaching someone how to turn a TV off with their mind, and I'm trying to teach the human race that we are way, way more powerful than they can even imagine. And in the dream, all of a sudden the TV goes off, and I'm like, see? But I'm shoved to the floor, and there's this dark, I would say what most people would believe to be the devil on top of me, but it wasn't the devil, it was just more like this being. And he was like, "You are mine," and he was pissed that I had challenged challenged the idea that we are nothing but human. And he's like, "You are mine," and he grabbed my face and he squished it, and I says, "No, I am mine." And I turned to him and I'm like, "And I am not afraid of you anymore." And so I kept saying this until he disappeared. And then I was like, whoa, when I woke up, I'm like, that's a pretty like strong dream. And then a couple months later, I actually had another dream. And in the dream, I'm standing across from a table. And in the dream, it was talking about how a lot of times most people don't realize they're actually working for the dark forces. They're completely oblivious to it. Anyways, and this happened to be about my husband, and in the dream, I'm bargaining for his soul. And I'm sitting across the table from this man, and again, it would be what you guys would think is Lucifer or something of that sort, and he's like, and this, and this, and this, and this, and trying to tell me why he owns my husband. And I said, "But I am this." And I stood up, and I take off my cloak, because I had a cloak on, and I am like this massive, bright, powerful person. And he like vanishes. It's like, he won't even contest that. And then again, I just barely had my, it was now more of my husband on top of me. And again, I was saying, I'm not afraid of you. I'm not afraid of you. I'm not afraid of you. And again, he leaves, and that's when my abilities to lucid dream come up. So the point of having these darknesses in our life is to remind us of who we are so that we can gain back our power. So we can become fully head. And you know what's amazing is since that experience, I'm not afraid anymore. I literally am not afraid of any of them. It's just like, I don't care what people think of me. I don't care about what society thinks is right or wrong. I am who I am, and I am freaking amazing. And I'm okay to accept that now. It doesn't scare me anymore. And it was just such a freeing moment. But that is ultimately why you're being attacked, because you are awesome. You just don't know it, and they do, and they're scared of you. So they're attacking you to help you remind you of who you really, really are. So we're going to go into some ways to protect yourself. The very first thing, like I said, if you believe in the priesthood or have a religious thing, use those techniques. Those are fine. They're perfect. As you progress, I used to call in, this lady taught me, she'd say, this is a prayer I would say every night to keep him away from me. I call upon the warring angels, guard every door, window, above the home, around the home, underneath the home, that no evil influence, personages, energies will be able to enter into the home. And you can go into a big list of whatever you want to protect yourself from. Anyways, and then just imagine it done. Just imagine them there. This is something I actually have to do for my daughter now, because she is very gifted like me, and she has beings that show up by her bed and things like that now. And she's still scared of them because she's not quite aware of her own light yet. So I have to protect her a lot now. Like, we were in the hotel the other night, and she starts screaming at my husband, "Get away from me! Get away from me, Dad!" And I'm like, "Babe, that's not Dad." It was like 2 o'clock in the morning, and my husband's like, whoa, what's going on? And I'm like, honey, just go say a prayer with her. Because right now, his priesthood and his prayers are just all she needs. And then you can start, asking the warring angels to come in and protect you, guarding about the house. I learned later when they started, they rather be called embodiments of light, not warring angels, just so you know. But whatever your belief system is fine. Then you'll progress to the point where you will feel protected because you'll feel your angels and you'll feel your twin or whatever it is that your belief system allows. And then you'll actually have to face him. It's like facing that last, like a video game. Eventually you have to face the bad guy, right? You have to stand on your own 2 feet and you have to fight him. And that's ultimately what happens. And that's what I did. And it just releases you from that I don't know. It's freaking awesome. It just frees you of fear, just of being afraid and being attacked, and that's kind of why this is happening to you. So there's a purpose, there's a reason for it. I used to hate when people are like, "Well, no, what are you doing, Natalie, to attract this?" Like I was some satanic weirdo. I was actually about as good as you get, okay? If there was a goody two-shoes, that was me. So the rest of you can go screw off. And that's what I like to say to people who are like, "Well, what are you doing to attract this?" We don't do anything. We're attracting it because we are bright, because we are beautiful, because we have gorgeous souls. And they know it. And they're scared of us because we are mighty. Anyways, so if you are being attacked, it's because you're freaking rock on. That's all I have to say. Anyways, hope some of these tips help. Putting water by your bed, it can help trap the bad dreams. Again, sage, salt. There's a lot of things online that definitely help you through this phase. My goal is to let you know it's because you're freaking awesome. That's all. You are just one amazing warrior being of light. Anyways, until next time, ta-ta!